Punctuation.
Hi Uzma, what a wonderful surprise. When did you come to India? I came last week. I'm really happy to meet you. What are you doing in this general store? I came to buy some spices, milk, sugar, and a pack of biscuits. Do come to my house if you have time. My house is next to your cousin Mona's house. Thanks for the invitation. I will definitely come.
In the dialogues of the girls, there is proper pause and expression, and thus clarity is meaning due to various punctuation marks. Here are some examples of various punctuation marks used.
Hi Uzma, what a wonderful surprise!
Exclamation mark.
When did you come to India? What are you doing in this general store?
Question mark.
I came last week. I am really happy to meet you. Do come to my house if you have time. Thanks for the invitation. I will definitely come.
Period.
I came to buy some spices, milk, sugar, and a pack of biscuits.
Comma.
My house is next to your cousin Mona's house.
Apostrophe. Definition. Punctuation is used to ensure correct understanding and reading. These are marks made in written language for various purposes, that is, to show exclamation, to show inquiry, to denote the end of a sentence, to show ownership, to separate various items in a list, and so. In spoken language, they might be understood by expression and pauses introduced in speaking. Some punctuation marks in English are period, comma, quote marks, hyphen, apostrophe, exclamation, and question mark. Let us look at few sentences. James bought apples, oranges, bananas, plums, and pomegranates from the fruit seller. Wow, what a lovely dress! How do you go to school? This is Vimal's bag. In the first sentence, there is a short pause after apples, oranges, and bananas, represented by a comma, to segregate various items mentioned. There is also bigger pause at the end of the sentence, represented by a period mark, signifying the end of a statement. The next sentence presents an expression of surprise and joy denoted by an exclamation mark. The third sentence asks a question denoted by the question mark at the end of the sentence. The last sentence shows the bag belongs to Vimal, and for showing ownership, an apostrophe has been used after Vimal. Here are few more examples of punctuation. I gave toffees, chocolates, cakes, and chips to the children. Who was calling me? Shashi's poem was beautifully written. Well done. Period.
Hello Rakhi, what are you doing here? I'm waiting for my train. I'm going to Mumbai. I'm going to Mumbai too. The train is late by 3 hours. Let us go and pick something to eat. This station has a good cafeteria. We can go and sit there till the train arrives.
In the dialogues, the girls pauses after some sentences without an expression of question or exclamation. Here are some examples of sentences with period at the end. In speaking, period is significant by a big pause without any question or exclamation. I'm waiting for my train. I'm going to Mumbai. I'm going to Mumbai too. The train is late by 3 hours. Let us go and pick up something to eat. The station has a good cafeteria. We can go and sit there till the train arrives. Definition. The period is symbolized by a small point in written language. It denotes the end of a declarative statement or an imperative sentence. In spoken language, it is denoted by a big pause. The period is also called full stop and represents separation. It is the mark which separates two individual sentences. Let us look at a few sentences. Atul invited all his friends to his birthday party. The rain fell soon heavily. Open the door. The first sentence is a declarative sentence, so ends with period denoted in spoken English by a big pause. The next sentence, too, is declarative and ends with period. The third sentence is imperative and ends with period. Here are few more examples of the use of period. Sweetie studied hard for the exams. We must respect our elders. Comma.
Deepak, when will you return my book?
I will bring it tomorrow, but I have not finished reading it.
I'm going to Pune tomorrow. I will not be here on 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd of this month.
I will return it to you on 23rd.
You know, irritated though I am, I find it difficult to be angry with you.
Sorry to irritate you.
In the dialogues, the girl and the boy have used punctuation marks to separate a list of dates or to give a pause in the sentence at the right place. Here are examples of sentences with commas. Deepak, when will you return my book? I will bring it tomorrow, but I have not finished reading it. I will not be here on 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd of this month. You know, irritated though I am, I find it difficult to be angry with you. Definition. Comma is the shortest pause in the sentence. It is used to separate items in a list, to separate words joined by, and after an address to someone, to mark off two adverbial phrases, and so on. Let us look at a few sentences. Vinny, when will you complete your work? I have a sandwich in my lunchbox, but I want to eat cutlets. Joe has rabbits, squirrels, ducks, dogs, cows, and many other animals in her farm. Alice, angry as she was waiting to come forward and voice her opinion. In the first sentence, comma has been used to give a pause at the right place in the right sentence. In the next sentence, comma has been placed to separate two sentences joined by a coordinating conjunction. In the third sentence, commas have been placed to separate several things in a list. In the last sentence, commas have been placed to separate different parts of a sentence. Here are few more examples of use of comma in a sentence. I need vegetables and fruits, bread and butter, jam and marmalade from the market. Then, after a long time, the reply to my letter arrived. Exclamation point.
Oh, what a breathtaking view.
It is lovely, isn't it?
I have seen the hills for the first time. Majestic beauty.
Come, let us ride on a horse.
Wow, so thrilling.
I hope you're not scared.
Oh dear, indeed I am.
In the dialogues, the boy and the girl have used sentences expressing sudden surprise, joy, and fear. These sentences end in an exclamation point. Here are some examples of sentences with an exclamation points. Oh, what a breathtaking view! It is lovely. Majestic beauty. Wow, so thrilling. Oh dear, indeed I am. Definition. In written language, an exclamation point is used after sentences and phrases which give expression to a sudden emotion or feeling, This punctuation mark is placed after interjections. In spoken language, an expression of any kind of sudden emotion denotes an exclamatory sentence, and the presence of an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory sentence is mandatory. Let us look at few sentences. Ah, what terrible news! What a fantastic achievement! Goodness gracious, that's awful. The first sentence is an exclamation of sadness, and the sentence ends with an exclamation point. The next sentence too is exclamatory, expressing joy, and ends with an exclamation point. The third sentence is a sudden expression of surprise and disgust and ends with an exclamation point. Here are few more examples of the use of exclamation point. Well done! How annoying this is! Question mark.
Which cake should we order for Mom's birthday? I like the strawberry cake. Which one do you like? I prefer the chocolate cake. Should we ask the cost? Do you think we should ask Mom which flavor she prefers? We can do that. How big a cake do you want to buy? I think 2 kg will be fine.
In the dialogues, the girls have used sentences which ask questions and end in a question mark. Here are some examples of sentences with question marks. Which cake should we order for Mom's birthday? Which one do you like? Should we ask the cost? Do you think we should ask Mom which flavor she prefers? How big a cake do you want to buy? Definition. If a sentence asks questions or puts up an inquiry, the question mark is used at the end of the sentence. Interrogative sentences end with a question mark. Let us look at a few sentences. How was your trip? When will Dorothy go to England? Should we call the police? The first sentence asks a question and so ends in a question mark. The next sentence is also interrogative and has a question mark at the end. The last sentence too puts up an inquiry and ends with a question mark. Here are few more examples of sentences with question marks. Will you come for a movie with me? How much money do you want? Apostrophe. Add 2 5s and tell me the answer.
The answer is 10.
Write down the answer. Whose pencil is this?
This is Mira's pencil.
Give Mira her pencil. Where is your pencil?
I don't have a pencil. I haven't brought my pencil box today.
In the dialogues, Indu and Shanu have used a particular punctuation mark to show ownership, plural of numbers, and missing letters in a word. Here are examples of sentences showing use of apostrophe. Add 2 5s and tell me the answer. This is Mira's pencil. I don't have a pencil. I haven't brought my pencil box today. Definition. Apostrophe is a punctuation mark used to denote an omission in a word, plural of figures, and to show ownership in nouns and pronouns. Let us look at a few sentences. We shouldn't trouble animals. Dot all the I's in the paragraph you have written. Ritika's house is very beautiful and grand. In the first sentence, apostrophe has been used to show omission of the letter O in should not when it is contracted to shouldn't. In the next sentence, apostrophe has been placed to show plural of letter I. In the last sentence, apostrophe has been placed after Ritika to show her ownership of the house. Here are few more examples of use of apostrophe in sentences. I don't know when Prabha will come. Kritika's mother